Morning, everyone. Rick here. I am back for day two of the 44th annual Kansas Gas and Steam Engine Show. It's also the 100th anniversary of Caterpillar. That's why there's probably a little bit more Caterpillars than there have been in previous years. This is going to be kind of a walk and talk intro this morning. I'm using my new pocket camera, and the reason I did not use it yesterday was because I couldn't get this thing to charge. Um, I finally just gave up and left it charged, and finally, about 8 o'clock last night, after about 16 hours of charging, it finally got charged. And I don't know why. This is my very first time using it. I used it last Thursday when we were at the Kansas Army National Guard Museum. It's supposed to have 2.5 hours of recording time. Well, that day it only had like an hour. Well, the reason being is because I saw it was fully charged, but it wasn't fully charged. The red light was still on, so it was not fully charged yet. So when I got home from that, I put it on the charger, and it took, well, like I said, about 16 hours of charging. I'm hoping next time it won't take 16 hours to charge it. So I kind of figure after the first initial charging, it should only take a couple hours to charge it. Okay. All right, we are here early. It's about 7:20 a.m. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. They couldn't get any of the machinery to work. I finally got to watch two demonstrations, the thrashing, and then I got to watch another demonstration over here. But they never did get that one machine to run. They were working on it the whole time I was here now. The day started out great, but I don't know. Things just kind of went downhill from there. Um, we are having dangerously hot temperatures right now. Yesterday, it got to 105. Um, I was not really prepared yesterday. Today, I am prepared. I'm wearing a backpack. I've got 2 bottles of frozen water plus a regular bottle of water. I've got a washcloth and a Ziploc bag with a little bit of water in it, and then I've got a hand towel. So I am hoping things go a little bit better today than they went yesterday. And then on top of all that, I get a call from the wife, and she says, our electricity just went out. Well, I thought we'd had a power failure somewhere. Well, come to find out, it was not a power failure. One of our outside breakers had a malfunction. So after about 30 or 45 minutes, that's why I left early, she called in the city of Winfield electricians to find out what had happened, what was wrong, and we were told that there's two sides to that outside breaker. One's on the property, the owner's side, and one's on our side. Well, the one on our side is the one that went out. Well, we were initially told that we might have to replace it. Well, see, the other one, the park owns, it's been replaced. It's still fairly new. So before I got home, after the guys left from the city of Winfield, she got back in the house, and the electricity turned on. Now, if that breaker was really out, it would not have come back on. With the heat the way it is and being in a mobile home, that just wasn't going to work. We did that once here. No, it's been a little while back. We had to wait for the technicians to get out to fix the problem. But yeah, so yesterday was just kind of a bad day. But it turned out good. The only thing we can figure out is we just simply overloaded the system. You know, we had other things going, like maybe the wash and dryer was going, the ice machine was going, we had other things, and fans were all going. So now we've learned our lesson. I think what it was telling us was the system was telling us, hey, you've got too much um, going on all at once, and um, we're just gonna shut down for a while. And that's what it did. It shut down for a little while, came back on. So now we're going to try to do all the heavy stuff we do a lot, like at night or early morning hours. Just turn the system off, raise up some windows, and do the heavy stuff like the washing and the drying, or maybe the turn the ice machine on for a little while. But the good news is it's on and it stayed on. So I think we just got to be real careful about doing too much at one time. Never had that trouble before, but I don't think that outside breaker on our end has ever been changed out, and I've been there going on 27 years. So I'm hoping and praying it don't do it again, but if it does, we'll just have to get it replaced. But so far, so good. I know I'm just kind of walking and talking. I'm going to turn you guys around, and we're going to walk around here for a little bit. I'm going to do the flag raising ceremony again this morning, but I thought I'd get this out of the way first. And yeah, just kind of go like that. What I thought I might do is go ahead and take some pictures and get that out of the way, and then do the flag raising ceremony and just go. I think the threshing exhibit starts at 10 a.m. It's supposed to start at 10 a.m. And I don't know. I'd have to look at my program guide as to the other events. Now, the tractor parade is at 1 p.m. And by that time, it's going to be very, very hot. But I do feel like I come prepared today. I went last year, same kind of weather, beautiful days, but just extremely hot. But I even had to sit there while I had some sort of wasp flying all around me. And if you know me, and I've said this before, I've kind of got a phobia. You know, everybody has a phobia. Well, most people have some kind of phobia. Nothing really bothers me but wasps and bees and, you know, these little flying critters that want to sting you or worse. So, you know, but I did it. I filmed the tractor parade. The only thing bad about this pocket camera, I mean, it does wonderful, absolutely wonderful video and pictures. And I do like the lens part swivels. It's not automatic. You have to do it manually. But I have no complaints about this little camera, except maybe the fact they don't zoom in or zoom out. However, I've got an action camera that zooms in and zooms out, and I have my cell phone camera that zooms in and zooms out. So what I'll probably do when it comes time for the tractor show, since we're setting up in the bleachers and that the tractor show's down, you know, a little ways, I probably will use my cell phone just so I can zoom in on the tractors during the parade. I've got 3 different cameras today, so I'm more than backed up today. If one goes bad or runs out, I've got no one that I can go back on, and so forth and so on. Matter of fact, at the Kansas Army National Guard Museum, I did use my cell phone for a portion of that video, and it turned out great. I've got them all in their separate little folders, and probably tomorrow on Monday, I'm going to start getting those edited. We had the Kansas Army National Guard on Thursday, museum on Thursday in Topeka at Forbes Field, and then yesterday, today, I'm here documenting, filming, doing a video on the 44th annual KNO Gas Steam and Engine Show. KO, of course, stands for Kansas and Oklahoma. So, I think I've said all I'm going to say. Yeah, yesterday was just kind of a weird day. I'm hoping today goes a lot better. There's going to be a lot more activities today. Well, at least a couple. We got the car show going on today, and then we have the tractor parade at 1. Now, yesterday the tractor parade was at 5 p.m., and at 5 p.m. yesterday it was like 105 degrees. And I just can't imagine. I mean, it might be that about 1 o'clock today. I don't know. But, however, I am super excited. This is supposed to have a 2.5 hour time limit before it goes out. So I'm going to be doing just little, try to take it easy with it, but I do have other cameras I can use. And another thing that's really not great, it's got a built-in battery, which means you can't take it out. You can't replace batteries as you need to. You've got one battery, and it's built into the camera. So when it runs out for the day, then it's out. That's it. End of story. Until you charge it back up again. But having said all that, I have enjoyed using it. This is the second time I've used it. I got it on last Wednesday, so I really didn't have time to even get real familiar with the camera. I tried. But learning, anytime you get a new device, and I don't care what it is, you have to learn how to use it. Yes, they come with the instructions and all that, but you can read those instructions all day long, but until you get out and use that device, that's really the best way. And I'm going to show you something else too. The button that I'm wearing, it's like, let me see if I can zoom in, not zoom in, but focus in on the button here. This button is like 4 times the size of what they normally have. It's huge. The only thing I can figure is because maybe it's the 100th anniversary of the Caterpillar. And one more thing I'm going to say. I think I'll be done. I'll want to walk around and take some pictures. The t-shirts this year, now this is in my own opinion, they're not good. I looked at them yesterday and I thought, there's no way I'm going to pay them what they want for these t-shirts, and it's ugly. I'm sorry. It's just ugly. I've only got, out of all the years I've gone, I've only got 3 t-shirts, and I've got about many hats. I'm wearing a different hat and t-shirt today than I had on yesterday. But I didn't see no hats yesterday. And they've got previous years of t-shirts. I thought about they've got the car show t-shirts. I might get me one if they don't want too much for them. They are like from last year and previous years. So we'll just have to see. I may go check them out later on today. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to switch over to photo mode. I'm going to take some pictures, and then I'll be back after a while. Through the magic of editing, I will be right back as far as y'all are concerned. So, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're getting ready for the flag raising ceremony this morning. Okay, that was a flag raising ceremony. Okay. While I'm on the video side, I will make my disclaimer now about the car show. You all well know, to watch my videos. Last year they did not have any music at all. Now, if they do today, well, I'll have to mute it, but then I'll take care of it later when I'm editing. Okay, I'm gonna take some more pictures, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. I think all the pictures I could take of the tractors, and I'm at the car show, and they're still coming in. And so far, there's no music. There wasn't any music last year, so maybe there won't be any this year. That would really be nice. I just don't really care for I can't really have it filmed when I've got that loud music going. I saw this at on my way here. I saw this parked at Brahms this morning. I think it was Brahms. On my way here, sharp. It's a nice looking car, Chrysler. Well, they got chrome on that thing. Ooh wee. Man, it's got a lot of chrome. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. They just don't build cars like they used to. A lot of times they're just junk. Even brand new ones are junk. True story. We went to CarMax in Wichita looking for another vehicle, and we looked it up on the website about the vehicle, and every one of those cars had a whole laundry list of potential problems. Every one of them. There wasn't a car there that didn't have some kind of problem. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to spend that much money and have those potential problems. I'm not going to do it. You've got one that runs real good, so we're just going to hang on to it. And I've heard anyway that they got robots building these cars anymore. That's why they got problems. I seen this at the Wellington Car Show here a few weeks ago. The it's called WFO Car Show there in Wellington. Or, yeah, I think it was in Wellington. Super Sport Chevelle. Ooh, about lost my balance. 1970 Chevelle. Super Sport. Well, I'll do this as long as I can. But like I've already said, I think last year, if I remember right, they did not have a drop of music, which is okay with me. It's easier to when it comes down to editing. It's a lot easier. Here's a flat black Chevy pickup. I've got a glare on my screen, so kind of hard to see what I'm filming right now. My selfie stick was a little loose earlier, but I've since tightened it up. And I'm changing hands, that's why it might be a little bit more unsteady. Boy. Yeah, it's like 9:15, and it's getting hot already. There's really sharp Chevy. I'm trying to hold this really steady. The old Chevy. I'll walk around and I'll walk all the way around, and then I'll take some pictures. There'll be more that'll come in. Patterson Farms. I think that was at the Wellington Car Show.
You got tape? No, you have to tape.
There's a Chevy pickup. And I believe this one was at the Wellington Car Show, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's work our way over here. And so we got. It's really pretty Chevy Cheyenne. Super Tan. Oh, they got their windows rolled up all the way. Ooh wee. I always crack my windows just a little bit. I put up one of those sun shield things when it's just hot. Especially these 110. Well, I think I got to 105 yesterday. Heat index. Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. Was the traffic jam that bad there? Wow. Huh. Too long. And that's a Ford. There's a Ford F100. Well, I love that interior. They did a good job on that interior. That looks really nice. Yeah, really sharp. Well, I might want to get these all done. Pictures taken, I may take a break for a little while. Because really right now, all I'm doing now is waiting on some of the demonstrations to start. I keep shifting hands. It's like 8:45, and the thrashing's not supposed to start until 10 o'clock, so we still got a little while before that demonstration starts. So I'm just going to kind of hang around here, take it easy, and okay. Had a very close friend of mine that has a car here. I'll show you here in a minute. Talk to him for a little bit. That WFO car show I kept saying was in Wellington. They do have a car show in Wellington as part of their Sunflower Festival, but the WFO car show was in Augusta, Kansas, not Wellington. So I got that. I was just there a couple weeks ago. They had a huge car show. I mean, that thing went from all the way from just off the highway there, all the way to where that museum is. It must have been 6 blocks. Huge car show. Of course, I go the last run, and this one, of course, and then um, I'll probably go to the WFO car show in Augusta next year. That's so cool. I remember getting food like that, like a Sonic and places like that, back in the day. That was so cool. Not anymore. Of course, they don't do anything like they used to anymore. And then I go to Father's Day car show at the Central County Zoo. I was there earlier this year. Of course, that's back before the temps got crazy. I don't know, that WFO car show was a little toasty. But I still don't think it was bad as it's going to be today. I don't know why I kept saying Augusta. I mean, Wellington was Augusta. I go to so many of these car shows, I get them confused. This is his car. Real good friend of mine. We graduated together way back in '74. We've been out of high school, about 51 years. That is really scary to think about. But yeah, that's his car right here. Really nice. Another Ford Mustang. Super Sport Chevelle. Here's a hot rod. Look at the engine on that. Boy. Boy, nice engine. Look at the size of those tires. Oh my gosh, they're huge. I bet those aren't cheap either. I know what we paid for our brand new tires, just regular car tires. Last summer was $150 a tire for just a regular car tire. I don't imagine what something like that might cost. That's crazy. Everything's gone up and up and up and up and up in price anymore. I know I talked about that yesterday. And honestly, I don't know how these independent farmers, I don't know how they do it. I can only imagine what they pay. Here's a 73 Challenger. I think I've got one of these. I collect die-cast metal collectible type cars. I think I got one of these in my collection. I've got quite a few. I build up. I think I've got like 6 cabinets, maybe more, of nothing but die-cast collectible cars. I've been doing it since, oh gosh, what year did I start that? I would say probably 2018 or 19, something like that. I started collecting them. I used to go to the store in Ark City and they sold them. And I got to where I'd bicker, like, well, this is not quite right, that's not quite right, this is a little iffy, I'll give you such and such for it. And they'd usually come down a little bit. But some of those cars, I don't know if you get them through Amazon or someplace like that, they are very expensive. I've always wanted the original 1966 Batman, but it's not anywhere near being cheap. There's a green Chevy 3100. I think this is like a John Deere themed based truck. I've seen it here. I think about every year I've been here, this truck's been sitting here. I mean, it's always here, it seems like. But that's okay. That's why I go to these. Okay, well, I think I've got them off right now. I may just do a quick walkthrough and then I'll start taking pictures. And so far, no music. I know I really harp on that, but unless you do this and post these on YouTube, you just might not realize how picky they are about copyrighted material. Thunderbird, did I? I guess I walked right by that.
You did a great job in this.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just do it for Okay, well there's two demonstrations I didn't get to see yesterday. And I'm getting ready to walk over and do the, watch the threshing again. Although it's a little early for that. It's 20 till 10. But I think I'll go ahead and go on over there and get ready for that. My little pocket camera lasted me anywhere from an hour and a half to an hour and 40-ish minutes before it went out. So that's not the 2.5 hour that they claimed it would last on full charge. Oh, we got oh no, it's a state trooper went by, red lights and siren, and here comes another vehicle, red light and siren. Going somewhere. Wow, yeah, so there's two demonstrations. I think that's all the demonstrations. We just got the 3. So when we get done with the thrashing, I'll probably take a lunch break or whatever and wait till 1 o'clock to do the tractor parade. So I am back on my action camera, but there's another, I think that's sheriff going red light and siren. So yeah, I think we're gonna just sit here and wait, and hopefully they'll start up when they're supposed to and not have any more problems like we had yesterday. But the other two demonstrations were going very well. So, and I've already been to the car show and took a video, took pictures. I'll probably go back over there after a while. I'll probably go there after we get the threshing over with. I'll probably go back over and see if any more cars have pulled in and take a break, take a lunch break or whatever until the tractor parade. I just wish they had, there's no shade over here at all. They got these bleachers, but I don't know if I don't know, I've only got like a little over 15 minutes and it's supposed to start at 10. So I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere. I'll just go over here and sit down for a little while. So as soon as they get the wheat thrashing over with, or I'm sorry, when they get started, I'll be back on here. So we'll see you then, here in just a little bit. Okay. I thought it was running pretty doggone good. Evidently not. I started jumping up and yelling around, and oh, I guess we got a belt about to come off. It was running pretty good. A lot better than yesterday. Okay. Well. All right. Okay, well, we'll turn it back on when they get running again, if they get running again. Oh, maybe we're going to start back up again. Maybe. If the belts will stay on. Yeah, there it goes. Maybe. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm able to get started here pretty soon. And then again, maybe not. Nope. Okay, they said start her up. All right, here we go. Oh, now they're saying stop again. What's wrong now? Okay. I think another belt came off or something. I'm not sure. Alright. Just like yesterday. Not quite as bad, but almost. As bad as yesterday. Belts keep coming off. Alright. Okay, we're going to try it again. Okay, almost like as bad as it was yesterday. They might finally get it going. All right, here we go again. think that's all for now. We're out of hay. But we got to see at least some of it. Now they won't do another one until 2:30 this afternoon. But at least we got this. At least we got to see some of it. I'll have to do some editing when I get home. We get all put together. It should look like all one video when I get home. Make sure I didn't forget anything. All right. Okay. Well, I guess that's all of that. Felt like yesterday. All right. Well, it's 25 till 11. I still got over 2 hours for the tractor parade, so I think I'm going to stop and get some lunch. I'm just going to hang around. It's like I said, it's about 20 till 11, so the tractor parade is supposed to start at 1 o'clock. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 1:30 before they finally got started. And that's just really hot to be sitting up there in those grandstands waiting for that silly thing to start. I think I'm going to go over there though, and there's some more cars pulled in since I've been over there watching the thrashing demonstration. But I do believe we got to see all the demonstrations. Some of those they don't do anymore. They keep printing off the same demonstrations, and there's just some of those they don't do anymore. The sawmilling they don't do anymore. They've not done that for like 2 years. And there are some others that they don't do, but they keep putting them in as part of the program. So let's just kind of walk around here and look at some of these vehicles and pole dances we've been over there, and then I'll probably take a little bit, take a break for a little bit. I don't think there's been that many new ones pulled in actually. This is a more, yeah. I don't think that was here from before. There's several of these. There's a really nice Ford LTD. I had one, believe it or not, just about like that back in the early 80s. Big old Lincoln Continental. A Ford Boss. And a Ford Thunderbird. Supercharged. Oh yeah, really nice. Yeah, I think the rest of these we've already seen. But I'll kind of walk around here again. Or maybe you want to sneak in on me. Yeah, these were all here from before. We'll just walk around here for a little bit. And yeah. Yeah, I think they're all the same, as was here from before. Oh, I like that old Chrysler sitting over here though. It is really nice. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few snuck in on me. I'll just stop and take a few pics and then probably be back later. If nothing else happens, I may not be back till the tractor parade, but it'll just be a millisecond for y'all watching. That's the coolness of editing. really like this old Ford ranch wagon. Now I think this is the in Augusta here a while back. I could be mistaken. Sure looks like the same one. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, they got two. They got a black one. They got this burgundy T-Bird. I'm sure I'll go walk around a little bit after lunch, take a little bit of a break. I gotta change out batteries, or I really should change out batteries, but I may just wait. I may just wait. I don't know.
That's not terrible. That way, if you're in a car show, you can just plug it into the car and.
Okay, guys, we're gonna stop here, and I'll be back momentarily, just whenever. Just whenever I get back to filming, or one or the other, tractor parade or something. So, at any rate, okay, well, we'll be back a little bit.
Years ago, a group of men in this organization got together to help put $500 into the pot and they bought this steam engine so the club would make a steamer. And we were paying money to come over the years as the club got more, and I do believe that's Mr. Long there, did right there. This is a preaching window right here down the wood in Nola, Kansas. That's his lovely wife up there on the finger. This is a 9C model 806. give him a round of applause. He's been a long time member of this organization and very good. Jim Miller, Burlington, Kansas. Whoa, that's not all right. 1965 IMC Golden Thunder. Serial number 502. This is the Nebraska Test Tractor. Here's the number 931. We decided to store it. That tractor was originally painted yellow and International didn't sell it. They stored it. Yeah, you'll notice that there's some yellow paint on it. Thomas, is that correct? Good. Then we're on Carmel, Super C. That's restoration video. That's a nice little story international coming from here. Paul Nash, Oxford, Kansas, 1953 McCormick, W4. The foundation of Army, Conway Springs, Kansas. Okay, this is the Baker County Historical Society out of Fairview, Oklahoma. Driver is Kyle Nichols. It's a 1950 Farmall Theft. This is a raffle tractor. If you want to spend $5 ticket or 5 tickets for $20, you can win a chance. You have a chance to win this tractor at the Fairview show. It's September 20. No need to be present. Nice restoration look at this. Wellington, Kansas, another good member here at the K&O Pub. 1933 Farmall F20. This tractor has an electric start on it. Now I want to stick around. We're going to have a wrench and skillet throwing contest after the parade. Ron Spencer, Winfield, Kansas. 1954 Farmall Super Seeds, fully restored. Not often you see that series with wide front on it. This is David Lawson. 1972 Alice Chalmers Jones 65 road grader. Has a 175 tractor gas engine. Need only a 10 gas, lots of diesels. That's Alice Tickler, some part of the industrial division that forgot to get cleared. Because that's exactly what the mechanism has a French transmission. Belongs to Matt Wilson of Winfield, Kansas. The driver is Garrett Haskins out of Oklahoma. This is not will assist international tractor and not equipment sold here in Winfield, Kansas. 1466 is it. That company bought this a year or two ago. That is on the great way. This is 1969 International 915. It belongs to Matt Pilkington, and what makes this unusual is it's a 40-foot combine. It's not worth any of it left. This 1566 is owned by Matt Pilkington. 1975 International. The driver on there is Cameron Biley. It's got a couple of passengers with it. Anybody know those kids? wheel on it. This is an early life factor bucket. It's a 1970 International. Hey, how can I remember that tractor? I started back that year there, I can see your clinics. Curtis Frank, Goddard, Kansas, on a real nice Franklin 1040. He's out of Goddard, Kansas. And I think Curtis has a problem with the tires. Something about tires are going flat all the time. These are kind of a very steel wheels. This is Jeremiah Davis out of Shopee, Oklahoma. It's Jeremiah on the tractor. It's 1951 Ford. Now that's kind of unusual to see how the shipments got. Look at that. This model, Floyd Davis. Let's go and good listeners. This is up to the Miles Kaiser, Independence, Kansas, 1937 Caterpillar Cutting Crew. My father put this in on a main deck 40 years ago.
There she goes. Woo!
Michael Stokes Foundation is protecting the John 650. Mike and Johnny's grandfather published news from being picked up here in 1960. It's still ahead. Johnny and Becky's grandson, 1936 John Deere. Ernst Stokes found this. Not City, Kansas. 1948, I was pretty cool. And I did the little bunch of the traffic principles. Hello. Okay, we're back. We're there for 1962 Ellis Chambers. Another one of those tractors. Justin Smith on that bag. Son David, and that wasn't his grandmother in there. The government for many years, the big battle of Minneapolis, complete black with it. This has been the last topic. That number 983 later, over Caterpillar show this year. I believe this belongs to Reverend Parsons. Has a 5.5-yard bucket on it, and I believe he loaded up the John Deere Rainforest one time back then. This next contraction tenement here is owned by Logan Park since 1981 through Logan Step Wagon in 69. They aren't builders anymore. This thing is getting used stacked from exploders. And it should be the heck out of a truck with a side loader. Well, they monster. That's my understanding this thing will put the work tomorrow. And I can start the way myself. I don't know what Logan's doing with its 1981 Gleaner L proving started. It's right home with it this year. Is that clear out there with you? No, it's not. That's Justin Smith driving that thing. Some of these people have got more tractor than combine that they can drive. but this inheritance that comes to play on. This promotes jet skis in and out of Colorado Lake for many years. We got this far to do the job. We got to go for a bigger factor. Got 66 to $25. The brand of the split down $25, split the ship with the next generation down. I'm not sure if that's an old Alice or a that Alice. This is not that they do it all better. Looks to be the end. Thank you for coming out.
All right. All right, that's the end of the parade. All right. That's it.